stop me from dancing. I said Moses was trained not to cry before his father. I only look for an answer, whether you want or not. Ha! Never. So, 10:17 of Ezekiel. When they stopped, the others stopped. And when they rose up, the other rose up with them. For the spirit of the living creatures was in them. And verse 18, then 18 of Ezekiel. Then the glory of the Lord went out from the threshold of the house and stopped above the cherubim. This is the holy move of God in this season. Man, listen to the voice of God. They who never listen to the voice of God have received a share that is not desirable before any man of God. So, whenever God gives you a word, and He says, Colossians 3, verse 7, verse what? Know that He has covered all answers that are from verse 1 to verse 7. So if you are reading it by yourself, you don't read only one verse and go. You read from verse 1 to that verse. You said is the final answer. And you understand why He said this word at verse 7. So that it doesn't become a torment instead of becoming an answer. Verses released by servants of God are answers that summarize the teaching from the verse that are before the verse the servant of God has said. So, since He has said 3:7, meaning we read from verse 1 so that you may reach when you are already equipped with the power that was released to such a calling. These other things, they govern you not to act contrary to the guiding verse. They become a power to the verse or to the word God has released upon your life. So the true verse is 3:7, but we shall read from verse 1. So verse 1 urges you the more, the anger, the boldness, the zeal to stand, to seek Him answers of yours. Carry the same zeal, the same power, the same understanding that I can stand for God, so that He may open for you a window of God in you. Make sure you use the same love, the same you have been using to search for these other things of this world. So that when He allows one thing in your life, it becomes a protection of anything you will get in these things of the world. So what do you need on your protection? because the things you are desiring or you are looking for are there. Once you see them, know that they are there. But the protection is you to seek from the Spirit of God to be your power to stand for these things that are visible by your eyes. Meaning things that are not with you now. But these things that you can move and see or touch, put them as an evidence of the presence of God in you. That as you make me relevant before you, allow this to be a help for your answer to remain settled. So this one becomes a partaker of the grace of God He will allow in your life. So what is important? Let's say, I use an example. If you are looking for a wife to marry, but you carry the grace of God to be loved, that wife will become a protection for the love of God not to be shaken by wind on the way. So it becomes part of your things you must use to accommodate the grace of God to remain with you. So, I will be happy when you look at your husband as an answered prayer for the grace or for the love God gave you. An answered what? Not a threat to your love or to your grace. Where the love of created things exceeds the love, so called sentiment in common. Once the love of God in you is not a quarter of the love you have for the things that stand for the love of God, He humbles them so that you look at Him first or understand Him. That, hey, this is not what is important. It is His love that is important in me. And you find when you have no war in your heart, His presence brings peace in our hearts. Never occupy your heart with what you can touch. Occupy your heart with things which you know, even if I beat this man, he cannot provide it for me. What you think you can get in the supermarket, don't rush for it, let it not pain you. Look at that which you cannot get even with $1 billion in your account. It will be far important than looking at what you can buy at 700 million as important than what 1 billion can protect. So I'm praying for billion angels to be sent to guard homes of my children, homes of what? Who are in need of the protection of God in their hearts, so that they may accommodate answers of God He puts in their midst. An answered prayer requires the protection of God. Please. So, verse 2, 3, 2. Oh.
Set your minds on the things that are above, not on things that are on the earth.
things that are above thy understanding. On a day that are above your understanding, seek the wisdom of God to understand them. Don't look at them as if they are taking away your grace or your peace, as people say. But has taken away my peace. Don't allow it. Let him who has been designed to keep the peace of God in you not become a threat in your heart as the peace. Keepers of peace must listen to their masters. So if you see your mother as a source of peace, or your father as a source of peace in your heart, then look at the grace that mother carries, treasure it. Oba ofunire emirembe ku maama wo oba ku taata wo, then tunuulira emirembe ye agikuwaatya. Tutwalire ekintu ekikulu. To be well with you. So we can start. We can declare the move of God in this prophecy. God has given us to handle affairs of the world. Affairs of the world, so that we may get an answer that is relevant now. That is relevant now. So, but you also look at the situation and put yourself in attitude of prayer, so that your eyes cannot only look at Morris, who is in front of you, but look at the situation that will be there and you will pray from your heart. So, we thank God always for allowing us stand for His glory, so that He may look into His stores and pull that is hidden from eyes of men, and He allows us to see it before it happens. Why do we allow to be used or to be moved by the Spirit of God? It's because we know this information is required by others who don't carry the grace to be moved by God in this way. We are moved. So, today I look at you as one of them that will be moved by God with the same grace to see the affairs of God upon any nation. I will give you an example.